Hello trainers, Neto here, and today we dive once again into Ultra League Open Meta since Catch Cup is not gonna be that interesting. Let's go here with a very nice and well-rounded team with REGI the ROCK and Talonflame at the back while we are leading off with Trevenant. You saw how crazy that Pokemon is up on the lead. We had an amazing lead of course against this Giratina, which can also answer back with some really nice moves that it has. Shadow Claw and Shadow Sneak are both gonna do super effective, while Dragon Claw can still threat us in using some shields. We're gonna be in the in-between matchup over here on this trainer since they're having an Incineroar, and Incineroar is not a bad Pokemon overall. You can still use it if you have one on the Open Meta of Ultra League. It is a Dark type, it is a Fire type, so all those grasses, steels and Ghost types are really gonna be struggled against your Incineroar. Also has a great matchup against Cresselia, but enough about Incineroar. We are here to focus on this line of 3. Talonflame is a very good closer that you might wanna have in your team, and also kind of a safe pick because whatever you might have up against you, you can still threat it in using a shield or two. This Incinerate may be super slow to charge up your moves, but you're gonna be in a very good spot, especially if you have something like Cresselia against you like we do over here, because those flame charges are just gonna get you vamped up attack wise really nicely. And of course you have access to Brave Bird, not only to throw it and defeat down with a whole nuke the enemy, but also to threat the enemy on using a shield and then bait with your flame charge, charging up even more your attack stats so that you have an easier end game. You're gonna see here that Trevenant will close our game, but Talonflame was the star of the match. Anyways, next on trainers, and we're having the most horrible lead of them all for this team, Obstagoon. Obstagoon can simply wall down Trevenant, can simply wall down REGI the ROCK, and of course can do massive work against Talonflame before fainting. It is kind of an even matchup, pretty neutral, so I'm pretty troubled when I encounter an Obstagoon, and Obstagoons are still out there. However, you have some solid options. Focus Blast from REGI the ROCK, and of course you got the back-to-back Seed Bombs, and as you just saw, Seed Bombs can still threat that Obstagoon down. My opponent here decides to go for the weird switch out to Alolan Mac, and I do not care since this REGI the ROCK now can come in, resist all that poison jump damage. Hopefully this is not a Dark Pulse, a Snarl, not a Dark Pulse. It is a Dark Pulse, it might have Dark Pulse version of Max, so those poison jumps can be resisted because we are pure rock type, and of course we can answer back with heavy moves like this Stone Edge. I do not like Zap Cannon on my REGI the ROCK because Zap Cannon I feel like it keeps me a little bit behind, and I do not have the best outcome against certain threats like the steel types. But overall, Focus Blast really is a nice coverage move, and I really recommend to you trainers. Right here we're gonna go in now with Talonflame because we know we can just destroy them down, and they have a Charmer at the back, so this is pretty much a GG. Next one, and this is gonna be one of the worst decisions that I'm gonna make in a while. Yeah, I remember this match. I don't know what I was doing at the moment, but yeah, I was not paying enough attention, and perhaps if I did, I could have won this match. Yeah, spoiler alert, we're gonna lose this. So they have a Gyarados, which is a very nice and common safe switch for Open Ultra League, really counters pretty much the whole meta. We can survive on crunch and then threat another shield with our Shadow Ball. I'm pretty comfortable in using the Shadow Ball. Down they go, we're up on shields, and they have at the back a Grand Bull, which is switched in after this Pyroar. So we're gonna go now with REGI the ROCK, and look at what I'm gonna do over here. We can definitely outspeed to a double Stone Edge here, perhaps triple if we are lucky, but I think they're gonna go for a move over here. Yes, here it is. So we're gonna block the move. We're gonna get debuffed, and look at my switch timer, it is closing by. So what makes sense over here? Well, use the Stone Edge, switch out to Trevenant to clear the debuff, and then win the match, right? Right, but what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go here for the Stone Edge after I get hit by all those Fire Fangs, and this Pyroar will just finish me off with 1 HP. So if I could change a little bit faster, things could have been much different right now, but well played to my opponent. opponent. They absolutely wrecked that Pyroar lead. So yeah, well played to my opponent. And after that, we're just gonna get dominated by this Typhlosion on the switch. Okay, we had that Escavalier up on the lead, going straight for that Shadow Ball. Was probably gonna win this, so they took that, and now they are down on shields as well. And this Typhlosion has really nothing to threat us with. I just have to block accordingly on the 4th Incinerate, just in case they hit us with a Solar Beam. Down they go, and I think that after this we can simply farm down that little HP from Escavalier, and they have the Swampert debug, which has no chance at all, especially with a shield up against our Trevenant. So next on, trainers, and at this point be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. You are seeing that we put so much efforts on my videos, so yeah, if you could just appreciate by subscribing if you already haven't, that means a lot. And if you have already subscribed, just be sure to leave a like before you go, because that also helps the algorithm spread around the world that we exist and this video exists in my channel. So next one, as you can see, it has already started. Shadow Ball is gonna take the shield out of the Talonflame, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable here because they have at the back a Tapu Fini. I'm just gonna go in with my Talonflame, and we have the upper hand on the shield scenario. Just gonna try and go here for the double Brave Bird and see how my opponent reacts to that. Here comes the first one. Okay, this is gonna be super close, not gonna finish off though, so I now just have to go for one Flame Charge and finish off this Tapu Fini. So right now they can farm us down completely after that debuff that we have after the Brave Bird, and the Surf can be taken. I think we can take one more, but there is no reason at all to do so, so I'm just gonna block here. They have the Fire Flying Pokemon, so a simple Stone Edge will be it for the Talonflame, and I think that Tapu Fini now has nothing to throw at us. All that energy is gone, and we're gonna take the victory with the lock-on farm down. Next on, trainers, against the Shadow Dragonite, a very bad lead I can say, because we have to go for the Shadow Ball and land it to finish off our enemy, but Dragonclaw and Dragontail are still gonna do massive work. We have to shield really carefully. Just gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball. Perhaps they let it go, but yeah, they do not let it slide. So we're just gonna be in a tough position right now. Dragonclaw will not be a very good move overall, but against the Trevenant it is pretty much all that needs to be fainted down. Anyways, we can come in now with our Stone Edger, and REGI the ROCK can absolutely take not only the shield but also the Dragonite out of the way, since we can reach to a back-to-back Stone Edge right on time. They have a Warrant in the back, and I was like, okay, what is happening over here? Perhaps now we can shield and finish them off. Let's see together, trainers, and boom, of course we can, right on the edge. I think they needed one more Powder Stone, to be honest, so a Focus Blast will do massive damage, and we're gonna answer back with the switch, immediate switch to our Talonflame. They have a Talonflame of their own, so we have to play it pretty smart here, but I don't think that we can do it, trainers. Here comes that Brave Bird, and they have their own Brave Bird right now to finish us off, but can we simply do it? No, we cannot. We barely cannot, so the loss will be on our part. Next on, trainers, against the Giratina, our altered form, not origin, and we're gonna go straight with the Shadow Ball. Not gonna go for the bait, because most of Giratinas do not go for a shield, and that's pretty weird, but right now I'm like, you know what, they seem like they want to farm us down, so let's go with the Seed Bomb. We are super close to a Shadow Ball anyways, and we already took one Shadow Sneak, so we can simply block once and then finish them off right on time with a Shadow Ball. If they want to double shield, well, that's good, that's all good for me. So I'm just gonna go in there now with my REGI the ROCK, I guess, because my Talonflame cannot go in there, but I outplayed myself, as you can see, so we are just gonna go with the Talonflame and gonna take the Dragonclaw. That's absolutely fine. We can take 2 Dragonclaws and still farm up a lot of energy, as you can see. Answer back with a whole Brave Bird while keeping that shield alive and well. They have a Lapras at the back, and oh boy, this is gonna be super tough for me, because we have to go for double Stone Edge to finish this Lapras. This Pokemon is pretty bulky. We cannot finish off with lock-ons after that, obviously, because a pure Stone Edge does about 50%. They have that Cresselia, and this is pretty weird for me, me because I have to answer with back-to-back Stone Edges. Hopefully this is gonna be it for the Cresselia to faint. A Grass Knot is gonna go through and we have one more Stone Edge. This means now that they have to throw a move because I do not think they can go for the finish off. Look at that, barely reaching that Stone Edge, and because I have that Stone Edge ready to go, I'm just gonna keep it just in case something horrible happens and we can survive the Grass Knot here. So we're gonna go immediately for that Brave Bird and hopefully we can pass at least one Incinerate. Yes, we can. 2 Incinerates and the dream with the Stone Edge. Reggie the freaking Rock is just gonna go to town with its stones. Next on trainers, you saw that little bug there. I pressed the battle, it went through, it found me an opponent, then I was like, what is this message? I just pressed it and I am in the battle. I don't know what's happening. Mega Horn is gonna hit us anyway, and we're gonna take a lot of damage. Hopefully though, counters are not gonna be enough to finish us off. They make a very good switch to catch here on their Mandibuzz, but we know better because we can bring Reggie the Rock into the battle. And Reggie the Rock is gonna go with the Stone Edge, 1 Stone Edge, 2 Stone Edge, and that's it. And we can simply get out of this matchup with a little bit of energy ahead as well, because the second Stone Edge will not finish off this Mandibuzz, but will barely kill it, which means that we can go with 5 or 6 more Lock-ons. Let's go together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Lock-ons, okay. Against the Escavalier now, we can go with the Stone Edge, basically take a shield out of them, and let's see how they react to that, because we have one Shadow Ball ready to go after the shield is taken, and whatever they have at the back is most probably gonna get dominated by our team. We have the Shadow Ball, which is just gonna do immense damage to that Registeel, and all I want to do here is to just finish off with Regirock because we have 2 shields and we have to use them anytime soon. So here comes the first one, the first shield, and if they decide to go for another one, we are just gonna block once and finish off with Focus Blast. I could finish off with Talonflame, but I did not want to show them my third Pokemon. Next one, everyone, and we are facing a Talonflame up on the lead. Okay, this is pretty weird, obviously, because you have to land the Shadow Ball to succeed in overthrowing Talonflame, but overall I think that we have the upper hand if we can play it correctly. I tried to catch here, that was not done successfully, so we did not play it correct. So we have to go here now with our Flame Charges on the Obstagoon matchup. This is a pretty straightforward matchup to be honest. Night Slash is not gonna do enough work against us, and we have to go with back-to-back Flame Charges. The Flame Charge, the first one, is not gonna do enough, but the second can be fatal, so we can draw a shield and absolutely go for another one if they try to farm us down, but they know better and they're just gonna go for the Night Slash to finish us off. Really well played to my opponent over here, and we're just gonna go in with my Trevenant, lose the CMP with some weird reason. I don't know what happened there. CMP was not even registered. Niantic, just fix your things, okay? Fix your stuff. So we're gonna be on a very good way here because I was waiting for that Talonflame to come in, but that did not happen at all, and Shadow Ball will be absorbed by this Drapion. I'm not sure how much damage a Stone Edge will do, to be honest, so I'm just gonna go for it. Most probably gonna draw a shield. I did not want to risk it, so I'm just gonna go for another one, and they make an amazing catch on the Talonflame, but I don't know if that's amazing or not because the whole HP from the Talonflame is gone, and I'm not sad about that catch, since now I can go safely for that Focus Blast, not the Stone Edge, because I repeat, I have no clue how much damage this will do to the Drapion. So Focus Blast will do fatal damage, and at this point my opponent decides to leave the match. Final one, trainers, against a very good lead, that Jellicent, finally a good lead, and we're having a very good switch in as well, pairing our line of 3 with their line of 3 pretty much good. So here comes my Stone Edge, gonna do a lot of work. You saw that matchup before, we can safely win this entire matchup, but we want to get out of here with some energy ahead as well. Stone Edge is just gonna do enough damage to put on the red, and we can safely now farm up with low cons. The final Dark Pulse will not do much. Oh, a Fall Clay, okay. Will not do much, we can simply farm down with some more low cons, and I will try to go here with a potential Zap Cannon if they are counting low cons or something like that, but they know better, so we're just gonna go with back-to-back Stone Edges. The reason I do not have Zap Cannon, I think I said it before, is because of the steals, and I think that with Focus Blast you get better coverage against steel types. So here comes now my Trevenant, which can come in, farm completely the Jellicent, and they have at the back end Alola Ninetales, and that's pretty fantastic because it is the best Charmer to have against your Talonflame, since not only it is gonna do nothing against your Talonflame defense offensively, but also defensively takes super effective damage from the Incinerates, which means that now we can safely farm down after taking hit by this Weather Ball. Everything is going good, we're gonna farm down, I'm gonna try to go for the switch, the Incinerate is pressed, and I don't know what was happening there, and we're gonna take the victory eventually. That's all, trainers, thank you for watching, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. This video was pretty fun to make, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers!